Hi everyone, welcome to today's video where I'm going over my 33-week pregnancy update. There has been a lot going on and I just am so happy to share that I've been feeling so much better. A lot has gone on. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Connelly. Here on this channel, we talk about all things motherhood, pregnancy, especially right now while I'm expecting, and lifestyle in general. So please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button. I hope to see you around, and it also really helps my channel out, so I appreciate you doing that. With that, let's jump right in. So as a little recap, I was on bed rest, or like modified bed rest, before because I had 2 preterm labor scares and I was 27 weeks and 29 weeks. And so doctors really didn't want the baby coming that early. They were like, if the baby comes, like, that's 6 months in the NICU and it's just like, you don't know the outcome really. So luckily, modified bed rest, which just meant staying off my feet for like 23 hours a day when possible and no lifting, really helped. And I had so many fewer contractions, and I think I was just managing stress better after that. Although I will say, being on modified bed rest, sorry, I'm going to stop using air quotes now. It was stressful in its own way because my husband had to help out a lot more. We had to figure that whole thing out, and it was like almost more stressful for me not to be doing those things that I normally do, like put Evangelina, my 18-month-old, down for bed. He had to do that because, you know, I can't like lift and hold her and like put her in the crib and things of that nature. So that was stressful. Being really organized to pre-meal plan, pre-order groceries, coordinate my mom with my husband to help with Ava. It had its own stresses, I'll tell you, but I did get through it and I'm feeling a lot better for it. Now that I'm 33 weeks, I'm just doing so much better. And now I can't remember because I haven't edited this video yet, my 30-week update, but I can't remember if I told you I also got laid off. So that was also a stressor. So now that I've had some time to process that maybe and figure out a plan, I feel a lot less stressed. I'm feeling like I'm in such a good place, such a better place, focusing on positivity. So yeah, basically once I go on maternity leave, like I won't go back to work, which is so strange because I've worked at this company now for 7 or 8 years. I mean, that's a really long time. That's a big chunk of my life. So that'll be totally different, but hopefully it means I'll get a little more time with my babies at home. So trying to spin it into a positive. The other thing I'm feeling better about is I had this really bad back pain in my right side, like into my glute, and I had a massage therapist really help me out. So I could hardly walk before, like it was so painful. So now I'm feeling so much better. I can walk again. Probably bed rest helped a little bit too with that, but yeah, I just needed a break. I'm probably just off kilter. So something on my right side's overcompensating for something not doing its job on its left side. You know, one of those things. So worked through that. The other thing I'm excited to share is that we're making progress in the nursery. So my husband has started painting in there, and it was this, we moved in here about 9 years ago and we just never updated this room because it was just an extra room and we never got around to it. But it was this dark teal with hand painted trim at the top, or I should say like a border on the drywall, and then with stencil over it. So it was teal with this white, with this like dark, almost black teal. So it took like 3 coats of primer. We're still painting it. I'll do some B-roll if I can remember while I'm talking here, to show you that, the before and after, but I ran out of memory, so I hope I'm in focus right now. Yeah, but what I was saying was everything that was in there is now in the hallway up here, and it's just so messy and I just need to get organized. And my friend, she and I were due about 2 weeks apart. When I got into my 3rd trimester, I texted her and I was like, hey, we're in the 3rd trimester, how are you doing? And she sent me a picture of her and her baby in the hospital. She had the baby. She had some hypertension, I think was what the situation was, and the baby wasn't handling it well. So she had to have a C-section and have the baby already. So I'm like, oh, I need to get moving. Like that could be me. You never know. So anyway, feeling better that we're making progress in there, even though it's not done. I can start nesting soon. Some updates on other symptoms. I have been feeling like the baby is really low, so I'm just moving really slow. It's almost like there's a like volleyball in between my legs, or maybe a bowling ball. Like I'm definitely waddling, which I never did in my first pregnancy. So that's fun. But some fun news from the doctor, my visit last week, is that she said that the baby's head down, she could like feel it. And I totally knew that because this baby keeps like putting her little rump in the air. Like I feel like I can feel a little booty. It was kind of encouraging to know that I was right about that. And the other thing about this pregnancy is I can keep feeling this baby like in my hip bone. Like somehow she's kicking something into my hip bone and I can't feel her at all on the left side. So she's definitely very much like on my right side. Just interesting. I wonder if she'll need like chiropractor work or something after she's out, because she's definitely like crammed in there on one side. The other thing the doctor said was that I'm measuring right on. So that's encouraging, because I feel like, and I know because I've been measuring, that weight gain is like coming on faster. And this is exactly what happened in my first pregnancy, where I just gained a ton of weight in my third trimester. Like at the end, it was like 5 pounds a week for like 5 or 6 weeks, like 5 pounds a week. That's so much. So I've already gained more this pregnancy by this time than I did last time. So I'm just like really scared, and I can see it in my face. So it's like, I might not be gaining like here, I'm gaining like everywhere else. So it's really scary. I hate that part of pregnancy, and I had a really hard time cutting weight afterwards. Like everyone says nursing helps you lose weight, blah, blah, blah. And I was so looking forward to that. And that did not happen for me whatsoever. So I really didn't lose it until like 10 months postpartum, and that was by focusing like really, really, really hard. I'm a little scared about the weight gain, to be honest. And another kind of funny, quirky thing is that one of my knees kind of cracks, and with my first pregnancy and this one, at this point in time, when my knee cracks, the baby all of a sudden goes, like it must be really loud in there or something, because the baby gets startled or moves and jostles. So it's kind of like funny. Anytime my knee cracks, I'm like, it's like, oh, yep, the baby's in there. Another pregnancy symptom, I'm having the worst heartburn at night. I mean, especially at night. It just, if I don't take one Tum before I lay down, like the second I lay down, I'm having heartburn like in my throat, and it burns and it hurts so bad. So I just have to have Tums next to my bed and then in my purse for when I go out, because it's just striking at any time, but especially 100% of the time at night. And if I get up to go to the bathroom, like I'll have to pop one too. Like it's just not my favorite part of pregnancy, I'll put it that way. I'm also getting these bouts of swollen fingers, and like right now they're okay, but sometimes they look like snowmen, like with like where my knuckles are. It's just like, oh my gosh, your fingers are so fat. And like when I go on walks outside, like, and have my arms just like hanging there, they get so plump. So I definitely don't wear my ring when I'm going on walks or things like that, because I'm afraid it's going to get stuck. It hasn't yet, but I just don't want that to happen. So yeah, can't wait for that to be done. And then the final thing about this 33-week update is that my pregnancy brain is so bad. Like yesterday, I had to drop something off for a friend who had a procedure done, and I went the wrong way to get there, and then I went the wrong way coming home. It's just like, I can't remember what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'm up to. It's just like, can you help me out, brain? It seriously is like I have brain damage. I can't. My husband will say, well, we talked about this. It's like I have no recollection of that conversation whatsoever. Like it's scary. I don't know why pregnancy brain isn't like a medical condition, but it should be. Like, is there some research we can do to help figure this out, because this is not acceptable. I want my brain back. I'm gonna need my brain back, especially once the baby's here. So if someone can just help me out with that, that would be great. If you have any tips, things of that nature, let me know in the comments below. So that is it for my 33-week update. We're getting so close. So if all goes well, we have 7 weeks left. Oh my gosh, pregnancy brain. I almost said 6 weeks. It's so embarrassing. 7 weeks left, more or less, and we're getting to the finish line. So yes, I'm hoping things continue to go well. No more hospital stays or early preterm labor scares. And yeah, once I get to 34 weeks next week, I'll feel really good, because I feel like the baby's developed enough. So if something were to happen, like, and I had to have the baby really early, at least it could like breathe on its own and things like that. So I'm a little nervous still, but because I haven't had as many contractions, like I'm just feeling so positive about it. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Stick around for this pregnancy journey. There's not that much left, and we'll see you next time. Oh, and here's a bump date. Hope you can see that okay.